Hello, Debbie here with Creative Things. How are you guys doing today? We are going to do a cute little craft that is a very great introductory craft for anyone who's never tried the product, and it is a lot of fun as well. We're going to do this cute little A-size transfer. Notice the beautiful bee with all the detailing on it, and it can be our guest, be yourself, or be beautiful, whichever one you would like it to be. These do have little lines that you can cut on. Now they're not perforated or cut, but I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off the bottom because I am only gonna use the our guest part. So we're gonna leave that as it is. Now I'm gonna use one of my favorite surfaces, which is the board and base. This is just a small surface that fits all our 5x7 transfers, and it does come with a base, which I seem to have lost here. So this has already been chalked, but these are reusable, and I'll show you how to remove the chalk paste. Now notice if I wipe my hands over this really hard, I get no paste off of it. Well, I've got paste from mixing my paint, but none of this. It won't come off, but it will come off if you wet it, let it sit for a second, and scrape it off. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna reuse this board, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spray some water on it to get that paste kind of starting to absorb some of the water and to soften up a little bit. As you jump on today, please say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and if you would, please type in the comments, !notify, !NOTIFY, all one word. And what that'll do is it'll get you notifications every time I go on live, so you don't have to guess. If you like watching the replay, that's great. So if you don't see the red live button at the top of the corner, you're watching the replay, just type in #replay. It'll let me know that you watched. And the word of the day to get the products is guest, G-U-E-S-T. If you type that into the comments, check your messenger, you will get a comment back from me with a link to the products that I used tonight. So you can take a look at those, see if there's something that you would like to get. If you want the whole project, fine. If you want to change up the colors, that's fine too. I have here what's called our paste scraper. You can use anything like an ice scraper for your car, but this one is plastic and it's made for scraping off our paste. If you can see, I wet down my paste. I just sprayed pure tap water on it. And I'm gonna use this paste scraper to go ahead and scrape off that paste. So it does stay on really well. This has been on here for 6 to 9 months, this paste. And it doesn't move once you put it on there, unless you're scraping at it, wetting it and scraping it. So here I am wetting and scraping it to get that old paste off. And it does a pretty good job. Now what it's gonna do is leave behind a little bit of ghosting, a little bit of residue. I'm just gonna use a paper towel, get that old paste off. It was pretty, it was a glitter paste. And I'm gonna dry it up. Now, as you can see, you have a little bit of ghosting where you can still see the previous design. I've got a board eraser, and I did put this in the shopping cart because they're great for cleaning your transfers. I have it wet, and I am just gonna rub this residue off. All that shadowing is gonna come off with this board eraser. Now this board eraser is like a magic eraser sponge, but it does not have any of the chemicals, and that's important because you don't want chemicals that could possibly harm the sticky on your transfers. So our transfers are reusable between 8 and 12 times, and they do have a sticky surface on the back. Okay. So this is one of our transfers. Let me go ahead and pull this up better to see. Maybe do this. So please comment #notify in the comments to get the shopping list. To be notified when I go live. And type in guest, G-U-S-T, to be our guest to get the product link to this surface. Okay, so here's our transfer. I've cut it down. It is on a backer. Save your backer. You want it to be on there. You want to store it on this little backer sheet. I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna fuzz this on my shirt. You just want to pick up a little bit of lint so that it's not quite as sticky, and when it pulls up, it's not going to stretch out. I'm gonna center this right in the middle, or wherever I want this to be. smooth it down. You don't want any air bubbles. Now, I don't know if you noticed, maybe I should take it off and show you. This is see-through. These are silk screens. So the paste is gonna go through any place that you can see through. There are some green elements of the design, and those are not gonna go through. No paste is gonna go through there. So if you want color there, you're gonna need to do something a little different. So what I'm gonna do is a kind of two-step process. I'm gonna smooth this on, make sure there's no air bubbles. And I'm gonna get my shimmer silver. Because it doesn't have a whole lot of color to it, I wanna do like a little bit of an outline to the shadow so that I can see where it is, but I also want to kind of color in. Let me think about this. I was gonna watercolor this, but maybe I don't want to. Well, let me just go ahead and put this on here. I'm just gonna do all the silver. This is a shimmer silver, so it's gonna be a just kind of a glittery kind of coverage. I'm just gonna put it on my bee. And I'm gonna peel this up so you can see what it looks like. Let me get this little piece off. Oh, let's try that again. So when you peel these off, you want to kind of assess whether you got full coverage and see how it looks. I didn't get coverage in that area right in the center for some reason. So I'm just going to go ahead and I put it back down, and I'm going over it again. I just want you guys to see how this looks in this shimmery silver, okay? And once again, I didn't get enough up here. So always assess what you're doing. And you do want to peel this up while the paste is still wet. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel this down. Let's hope it looks better this time. Well, I'm still missing an antenna up there. And part right there. So antenna. Part of that wing. Okay. There we go. So that's looking better. Okay. Now, what I was originally going to do was going to color this in. And I think, let's go ahead and start over again. I want to show you that once, these are reusable surfaces. So I did chalk that on, and I've decided I want to change my mind about what I'm going to do. All I do is spray it while it's still wet with some water, and I can scrape that off. Likewise, I can also get my board eraser and clean it off really good. So let's go ahead and clean this transfer real quick. I want to do different colors. And I'm just going to go ahead and wet this down with my regular water. And we are going to get all that paste out of the silk screen because we're going to do a different color. We want to make sure it goes through to our surface down below. So I'm going to clean the front and the back. And I'm going to dry it on my fuzz towel because we want it to be dry when you lay it down. So I'm going to just gently press it on here. Okay. And then I'm also going to dry off my surface. So here it is, guys. It's a brand new surface. See, no ghosting, anything. So I'm going to go ahead and put this transfer back down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my wing silver, and I'm going to do my body yellow. Okay. So I have got Shimmer Harvest here. It's kind of a yellow, it's kind of a goldish color, and it is shimmery. So I'm gonna do that on the body of my bug here. So I do have a piece of hair right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Shimmer Harvest, and I'm just gonna do the body part in the head of my bee. Okay. The shimmers feel totally different to work with. They do have that little glimmer in there. It's kind of like a mica powder. It just makes it shimmery. It's not really like a big glitter. I'm also going to do these little leaf pieces here and the gold, the Shimmer Harvest. Okay, so now I just have my wings left, If you have any leftover paste on your squeegee, just go ahead and wipe it off and put it back in your jar. We don't want to waste. And I'm going to go ahead and get my silver again, shimmer silver, and I'm going to do the wings. And I'm going to use a smaller squeegee for this, just because I need to get in a smaller area. And we do want to make sure that we peel this up while it's still wet. We don't want the paste to dry in the silk screen. So we are going to make sure that we work fast enough for it not to dry. And we're going to do something called the peel and paste because we still want to do the words down below. So I'm going to wipe off my paste in my jar. Let's go ahead and peel this off. And once again, we are assessing as we peel it down. So here we go. This is my favorite part, guys. Look how cute that is. And we got it all. Well, we missed that one part of the wing right up at the top. So let's go ahead and put this back down. Just let it flop and it should line up pretty good. Okay, we got it. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this flop back down, but I'm gonna go ahead and chalk our Be Our Guest at the bottom. So I'm gonna put it down, but I'm only gonna press on the unchalked part. So just on this Our Guest right here. What color? I did get a shimmer, Very Peri, but I don't think I wanna use this. I think I should use a white. Or a purple. So I got a Shimmer Violet, which is probably one of our colors of the month, I believe, from past. So you may not be able to get this, but I wanted something bright enough to show off our words. And this is pretty, so it's going to be a shimmer just along with our other colors. So not all our colors are shimmers. A lot of them are flats. Some of them are metallics, but they are all beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure we have coverage on that. And I'm going to put that back down. And I'm going to put my lid on. And let's peel it off and see what we have. Be Our Guest. Now see, I have that line at the bottom. These are very forgiving surfaces. So all I need to do is get a little bit of water on a paper towel. I also have some fingerprints. And just wipe that off, just like we wiped it off before. So here we have this, and it does come with a stand, a wooden stand, which I don't know where I put it. So here is our project for today. Simple, simple, simple. Now, like I said, you saw me wipe this off and start all over again. This is two-sided. I can also do this side. I've chalked on this side before, and just like I removed the paste from the other side, this is on there really hard, but you can remove this as well and use both sides. And it does come with that wooden stand, which I don't have, but I can show you what it looks like in a different type of stand. Now, in the wooden stand, it's going to cover a little bit of the bottom because it sits in the stand. So this is what it would look like. Now, this is a very simple project. It used 3 colors of ink, but it could only use 1 if you want to. It's all up to you on how you want to finish these off. One thing I did want to tell you about this project and this transfer is they also have available for purchase this little bee cutout. It goes with the transfer. And originally what I was thinking was I was going to chalk on this and just put it on the blackboard. It would stand out really well. But then I have a tobacco basket over here with some flowers, and I think this might be cute nestled in the tobacco basket. So I'm going to do that later on, maybe tonight or tomorrow. So right now, this is what we have. Cute, simple sign. You guys can use these with our kids. You can give these as gifts. What I'm thinking about doing is summer is coming and everyone's going to be bored. Parents are going to be looking for something for their children to do. I want to do a workshop with kids. Let them have this an assortment of variety of transfers and let them go at this. I'm going to shut this light off. Let them try this. Look how much better that looks. Let them try this. Let them get their hands dirty. Let them use the squeegee and the paste. So it's a great idea to stock up on these board and base. They're really inexpensive. and just some paste and a couple squeegees and a couple transfers, A-sized, and let the kids have a fun time doing this. So this is a great summer project for you. I hope you loved it. Please go ahead and heart the video, share it with someone else who would love it, and I'll see you guys again later. Thank you so much. Bye.